Hey, Jodes here with Weeds and Wisdom. I am trying something brand new this year, and that is a cut flower garden. I've never grown annuals, always perennials. I live in Kansas. It gets dog hot in the summer, up 100 degrees or more, and not a lot of rain. And so I've always figured that if I put you in the ground and you can survive in my little flower garden without me tending to you, you are welcome to come back next year. But oddly enough, this summer, I don't have a tripod yet. This last summer, I started watching a show called Growing Floret. And it is with Erin Benzakein, who owns Floret Flower Farm out in Washington. And this is not sponsored. I just really like her. And I've learned a ton about gardening and flowers and all of that kind of thing, watching her. So I decided this year, I attended her seed sale last fall. It was like getting tickets to Taylor Swift. I mean, you were like, oh my gosh, it's about ready to start. It's about ready to start. Can I get it all in my cart and get checked out before things are out? So that was my first year. So I have better strategy for next year. But I've decided that I've got this old vase of my grandma's that is like, it's this beautiful old red glass, and it deserves to have flowers in it. So this year I'm going to give the annual kind of cutting garden a try. So this is my first year at it. Welcome along. Welcome to my page. I'm also gardening for the first time in probably 30 years. I used to love to garden and take care of my yard and all of that. And when kids came around, that kind of all went by the wayside. But now all of my kids are grown. All but one of them is having their own children. And so it's time for me to get back to these things that I really enjoyed doing when I was younger. So I'm also growing a flower garden. So, besides the vegetables. So cut flower garden, vegetables, we're going big or going home. So if you have never gardened, and you want to follow along to see how it goes, I'm going to also teach myself to can. So, it's going to be an interesting spring and summer and fall for me. And I hope for you coming along. I truly believe that I want to grow my own food. I want to preserve it for the winter. So we're going to see how that goes this year. But today we are seeding celosia. And I am telling you, I'm going to put you back down. I am telling you that these are gorgeous. When I tell you gorgeous, look at that. My goodness. I seeded dahlia seeds that I got from Floret Farms last week. So that's growing back in this area over here. They've come up really well. But look, that was raspberry lemonade. Look, this is sponge sugar. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I mean to tell you, this is autumn blaze. So celosia seeds are super small. I mean really little. Can you see that? Sorry, I don't have you can't see that. They're super small, little bitty. Like just on the tip of my finger dot, right? So they do not get pushed down in the soil, just so you know. Really, you just take them, and I'm just going to take a few and drop them on the top here in each one. And I'm going to label it. These are the raspberry lemonades. We do not want to come back and not remember what is what, So anyway, we're just going to drop a couple of the seeds, a few of them on the top here. They're so small you can hardly tell if they're actually getting in there, but they are. I mean, they're teeny tiny. So this is a tray of 72. And this year I have enough room to plant the 72, but I'm only going to, plant this one tray. So I'm going to do 2 rows of those. And I've got a few extra seeds in my hand. And so I am just going to sprinkle them over here to make sure we get some in. So I'm going to do the first 2 rows of the raspberry lemonade. Look, rose gold. I mean, are you kidding me? Look how pretty those are. So hopefully they'll be that pretty in my garden. I have a pretty green thumb. I just have never invested much time in annuals. So let's do coral, or let's do autumn blaze. Now, my handwriting will tell you I should have been a doctor. But what I do is I start with my tag, I plant my seeds, and then when I start my next color or next variety, I put in a new tag. And we're going to do the autumn blaze. Now, here is another technique, and I don't know how I'm going to be at this, where you just tap super lightly until you get a couple to drop off. I don't honestly know if I have enough patience to do it this way. I feel like I'm going to be sorry I'm trying. All right. Oh, it seems to be working okay. All right, well, that worked better than I thought it might. However, they did stick to the flap. So this is why it's weeds and wisdom. I'm sure I'm going to have weeds in my flower bed, and we're getting some wisdom as we go here. So we did autumn blaze. We did the raspberry lemonade. Let's do sponge sugar next. And this one, this dusty rose, I'm telling you, it is, has a different form to it. The flowers do. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to show you once they come up. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing here is I'm seeding celosia. When I'm done with that, I'm going to seed cherry tomatoes. I'm going to seed Roma tomatoes, sauce tomatoes. I'm going to seed container peppers. I'm going to seed chili peppers. I'm going to seed early flame jalapenos. And I'm going to seed some more of the Roma tomatoes. And I am going to do a whole bunch of those because I'm also going to teach myself to can. So I believe that groceries are going to get more expensive, and if I can just grow all of this, we'll be set. So, anyway, it was nice to meet you, and follow along. Just learning, so learn as I go. We'll fail maybe together. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully it'll be a huge success. So, tomorrow, I'll take you on a tour of what my husband's putting together for me. He is a dear. I mean, I tell you, he is gold. He is putting together all of my raised beds. I don't think when I asked him to do it, he realized how many I was going to purchase. I know he didn't know how many I was going to purchase. And so now he's in a big garden bed project that he really, I don't think wanted to do, but he is doing it. And I'm excited about it. And so I'll take you on a tour of how the garden is coming together tomorrow. All right.